Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Crusader Kings 3. Now I wanted to get back to the main menu here before I start back up into our lineage, our dynasty campaign, however you want to call it, because I just wanted to point out this interesting little change here. If you remember at the beginning of the previous video, the people that were showing right in the center here of the main menu were pretty much just three randomly selected people. But now, since I do have a continuing game going on, it shows my petty kingdom ruler and his heir. How cool is that? It's like the game is saying that they're invested as much as I am in this story, which is pretty neat. It's just, I like it. It's a little tidbit where when you load up, the game's telling you, hey, let's get right back to solving that issue, let's get right back into that petty kingdom, and let's get some people married, okay? I have noticed that based on the trio that we usually see here is that the person missing would be the ruler's spouse. And so that's more obvious than ever that he is not married. And I know I mentioned at the end of my previous video that I was interested in getting both of my half-brothers, or at least one of my half-brothers, married, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get all three of them betrothed, because the swaying of the bishop is going to take a little while still, and I feel like all three of the characters will get a benefit for one reason or another for attributes when it comes to being married. So my king, my ruler, can only benefit from being married. So let's make sure to handle his business first. Get him someone that is going to be suitable for him. And he's young still, you know, he's only 40. He had a birthday during our first video, so happy birthday. Petty King Murchad, still young and virile at 40, so we can still have some kids if we want to. So why don't we just go ahead and find him a proper spouse? Now, I think a good thing to look for in a spouse for him is, someone that is of the right age. You know, in these times, if it's a ruler that is finding a second or a third wife, or even more considering the circumstances, they look for someone that's significantly younger than them. I want to make sure that they are someone that's an appropriate age for having kids right away. So maybe someone in their maybe late teens or early 20s, which I know that's still really young, but that's the way the times were then. So let's take a look here and see what we have. And also, I would want someone that is going to benefit areas in which he's weak. I think especially diplomacy would be good. If we could get some assistance from the Queen on his diplomacy, that'd be great. So I'm going to look for someone that is ready to have kids, that is obviously an adult. We're going to find someone that's healthy, and we're going to look for someone that has a strong level of diplomacy for our king here. So maximum age, let's just say 35. Age difference, that's fine. We'll keep that as it is. And religion, we want to make sure they're at least Christian. That's good. So let's see what we have here. And the nice thing is that we can sort by diplomacy skills. And oh, look at that. Elizabeth is a 21 diplomacy. That would be great. She is a guest of Count Gerard, a vassal of the Holy Roman Empire. So not like a really big influence as far as into the Holy Roman Empire, but not nothing either. And he's married, so I don't have to worry about her maybe necessarily being like his mistress or anything like that. I'm not really concerned either way, but and I think she is straight up Catholic, which is good, because I feel like in the future we're going to go from insular Christianity and we're going to convert to Christianity, because the benefit of that is Christianity has a head of faith. They have the Pope, as you can see here, is Pope Alexander II. Whereas insular, if we take a look, insular, come on. If we can just look at his faith here. There we go. So, insular Christianity, fervor is like, it's not anything where it's too intense, but there's no head of faith. And that is important because if there is a head of faith down the road, I could request a loan from a head of faith if I have a high enough, what is the term here? Piety. If I have a high enough piety, I could try to get a loan, and that could be very, very helpful down the road. So I think at some point we will convert from insular Christianity to regular Christianity. I have no idea if it's like a smaller shift like that, if it's going to be considered a big deal or not. Who knows? But we'll look at that down the road. So that is something that would be a benefit too, since my very, very diplomatic wife is already that. So I think Elizabeth is going to be good. Let me just take a look and see. Yeah, no, those are all good numbers. She's a little born, that's fine. Now let's see if we're going to be capable of having kids. Yeah, it's a medium chance of having children. This is not going to really assist us at all, other than being married. I'm not overly concerned. I don't think there really is going to be anyone out there for him to marry that's going to improve his stature, unless it's like a ruler somewhere else. And I have seen before, there's no current single women out there that are also rulers. So she will get a big benefit. And I think that will be it, because, like I said, she is just like a friend of a vassal. So I'm not really gaining like a big connection or anything here, but I'm getting someone that could possibly help us have kids and will also assist with diplomatic situations. So no, she looks great. Look at her, and she has a trait here that even helps out. Yeah, she is going to be very helpful. If that's really how it works in this game, I'm not 100% positive if her positive traits will improve his. I would imagine so. But well, we're going to send this proposal. And then, like I mentioned before, we're going to make sure that his half-brothers get married as well. We could try to arrange a marriage. And that's, oh, Temier. So Temier is was the person that sang our good petty king a song in the garden. Temier, I don't think she would be very happy with that, though. But why don't we find someone with some intrigue? He could manage to have intrigue. So instead of an arranged marriage, let's find a spouse. We are going to, all I really care about is if there's prestige gain and someone that's going to improve his intrigue. Uta Lowinger, great. Oh, it hurts his intrigue. Okay. Alright, well, let's pick someone. Oh, goodness. What are you? Oh, man, all these are going to be hurting. I wonder if these are all going to hurt. No, that one's not too bad. Who are you? Yeah, your numbers are pretty fine. Up, intricate web weaver. Hermegard is a master of intrigue, manipulation, and secrecy. And vassal in the Kingdom of France. Oh, we'll get an alliance here too. Great. We'll send that off. And that was him. Now we're going to deal with the other half-brother, Lorcan. Also needs to be married. And that's fine. Oh, he also needs the intrigue. Because prowess is not one we can look up. Intrigue skill. That one's pretty good. Franconian. Anglo-Saxon. That failed. How about you? Well, that hurts. How about you? Right. Elusive Shadow. Intrigue is a +8. Monthly Intrigue Lifestyle. Okay. Yeah. Send that one off too. Great. We'll have all those men will be married. Not. Upon declaring war, Earldom of Desmond. How does this look? Military strength is similar to ours. Well, maybe let me raise. Let me see if I can raise an army or an extra amount of troops first before I do something like that. So let's get this on pause and see how those proposals go. I gladly accept your. To the loathsome Murchad, I gladly accept your marriage proposal. I will graciously take the hand of your brother, Lorcan, in holy matrimony. May God grant us long life and many children. But she is now she is not happy about doing this, but she is going to deal with it. Excellent. Greetings, petty King Murchad of Munster. I gladly accept your marriage proposal. Your brother, Conchabar, and my daughter, Ermengarde, will be joined in holy matrimony. May God grant them long life and many children. Signed. Great. So we have a little bit of an alliance here. And now let's see if we're going to have... Alright. I, Elizabeth, gladly accept your hand in marriage. May Saint Bridget bless our union, my amicable husband. So we now have a queen. Great, look at that. And let's take a look at our council here. She's assisting. We're still trying to sway him. Oh, this is where they're singing in the garden. I thought I already had this. Oh, no. This is something different. Lord Murchad, my fearless stallion. My courtier, Timier, is kneeling in the dust before me, right hand above her heart. My only desire is to bring you honor and happiness. Pray tell me, how can I prove my love to you? Alright, let's see how these are working out. So, wolf. Again, a wolf hunt. That's prestige, cool. Prestige, that's only points. And learning. The prestige is a little lower, but we got a little bit of learning, and that's something that we wanted to improve on. Sure, let's do that. We gained rare orchid for 20 years. Wonderful. Now him. How can we... Can't really do anything else with him right now. Let's see about... Oh no, we want to go here. So, I wonder if I can raise more soldiers. Not yet. I'll plan on getting some footmen though. Once I can afford it, and then we can maybe think a little bit about invading Desmond. I was also thinking, yeah, I mentioned earlier, I was also thinking of trying to get an alliance. Earldom of Thomond, Lost Thieves Guild. Oh, that's good. Wonderful. I'm happy to see that. Earldom. Let me see. Can't really do anything about that yet. Increased. Okay, let's pause here. Let's see about... Can we arrange a marriage to get them... Oh no. There's an heir here. Can I arrange a marriage for him? Come here. I wonder if he would. He will not accept. Do I have a hook? Do not have a hook. Okay. That won't work. No matter. Let's resume back to live action. Maybe I'll try. What I might do is I might try swaying. Oh, I can now. Let's get this army. Oh, all right. Arms, footmen. Okay, so they're working on getting these men at arms. If I can get that full, I can certainly take a look at trying to invade Desmond, or maybe I'll just keep the amount of soldiers. Oh, to the brave petty King Murchad. Your exquisite features are like a furry cat. I really want to admire your profile, that I may know the depths of your love. I'm twice as pretty as your false wife. How odd. Yet it's charming. Yeah, I mean, this is all pretty harmless. She's not, she's not leaving a dead cat or anything on my doorstep, or she's not following me off to a five-star restaurant that I'm going with my wife or anything. This all seems pretty harmless still, so I'm going to go with the charming. Let her be my friend. And who knows, maybe I can manage to marry her off. Maybe she might prove to be a good asset later on down the road, so who knows. Right now, again, the stuff she's doing is pretty harmless. I'm not gonna get too worried about it. We just, by the way, passed the 1 year of being the petty king, which is great. 4 more years, and then I can possibly change the interest, I believe, their focus, if I wanted to. But I think that what I have right now is pretty good. Okay, can I help her out? Can we educate child? Can I do that? You want to educate? Guardian recipient. Okay. Oh, let's pause here. Okay, so make her a guardian to my courtier here. Comes a ward. Let's see. No. Catholic. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see if she likes that. Let's see if that makes her a little bit happy, if she's able to poison a mind into her Catholicism or not. Educate child. Earl Ragnvald, converted from Norwegian Irish. Good for him. I guess I'm happy for him. Yeah, I just got an autosave there. How is this going? Progress. Okay. See how these soldiers are doing. 65, 75. Okay. We'll wait till that is at 100, and maybe we can take a look at declaring war on Desmond. Perhaps. I'm still not positive if I want to do that just yet. Yeah, we have a couple of allies. They don't have any allies. If I declare war, I would need to make sure that I have my allies with us to help out. I don't want to get wiped out. Although I might just be fine at this point. Military strength is 451. The allies. Okay, so we have all those guys. 456. We have 360. Boy, I'm just a little nervous, a little anxious about trying to declare war on Desmond. I mean, it seems like I would win. Oh, let's take a look. If I declare war, I want to seize this, gain the contested county. You know what? I gotta try it sometime. Let's declare war. Let's raise our armies. Guys, go on and fight them. Alright, let's see how this goes. Let's see how my first attempt at just a straight up one-on-one war turns out. Because I know I need to wipe out their army and then they siege. Claiming one of their stronghold or holdings by laying siege as a big percentage in order to get my war score to 100%. So let's take a look and see how this turns out. Cruising along here. I wasn't really sure exactly how to get my allies to help me, but if I am outmatching them, heading to Desmond. Okay. Oh, yeah. It was just sitting there waiting for me to get off that screen. Fair enough. So we got 455. They have 360. Let's see how this goes. So far, it's looking okay. Alright. Now, I believe they're laying siege to it right now. Yeah, they're besieging. Great. Siege progress is going well. Alright, yeah, we're able to sway the bishop. We've got a 25 opinion, and now he's endorsing, and as a result I have church holdings. Let's take a look at the holdings. Church holdings are temples under the control of the realm priest. So base and the there are no church holdings, temples of the king of the right. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. I want to see how this war goes, if I have just very quickly and decisively taken Desmond from my own. Seems like it is going well. And it seems like I'm running siege without much of a problem. Prisoner taken in siege. I've captured Earl Murdoch's suffragan bishop during the siege. And the siege is won too. Oh, I'm at 100%. Great. Great. So, becomes a vassal, ally share, expend, you gain 40 fame. and 4 commands. To my liege, blessings upon you and your house. You're a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Signed, Earl Murdoch Desmond, and I have gained the contested county. So be it. Alright, so I know that since the fighting is over, I know that I need to disband. Disband all. Great. There, look at that. Whew, that was great. That wasn't hard at all. I didn't have to have an ally help, so I got the benefit of everything. That was fantastic. Ooh, that was exciting. Just like that. Unpleasant pleasantries. When I sent out invitations to a dance, I was looking forward to an evening of good company and frivolous fun. Instead, I found myself stuck in a dreadful conversation with my Chancellor, Earl Ragnwald. I think the Lord has had enough, a woman interrupts, and it's Tamir. Can't you tell you're boring him, my lord? Okay. And you have quite enough. Appreciates your honesty. Okay, so Tamir will have gained a 10 opinion, and it's a toss-up whether or not Earl will be happy too. Okay, this gains 20 stress. Stress is fine, but yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Alright, Earl Ragvald appreciates your honesty. Fantastic. Which he should. Okay, now, the thing is, this barony. Oh yeah, so he's my vassal. So this guy's my new vassal. Let's try to sway him. 13 months. If we pause here, I might put him on my council too. Half-brother Marshal. Oh, hold on here. Unlock a new lifestyle perk. Great. +4 prowess and reduces the risk of commanding armies. I could have used that, but doesn't matter anymore. Or Casus Belli cost is at -50%, and Casus Belli is basically using prestige in order to justify going to war. So -50% is good, but this +4 prowess is better. So I'm gonna go with that. Let's unlock it. Yeah, so I was thinking about moving that vassal over. I'm not really sure I can remove her, it seems like. Use it to leave. Now where is this prisoner? Okay, let's ransom him. For 10 gold doesn't seem like a lot. I want a hook on him. It seems like it'd be good since he is very negative. Let's do that. Accept a ransom offer and hope to see Costain return to me in good health. Good deal. So I got a hook on him. That's great. Uh-oh, pause again. Is it love? Let's see. Let's see if it's love or not. I can scarce remember what my life was like before Tamir declared her love for me. I am flattered but also overwhelmed by her attentions. I find myself longing for some peace and quiet. Yet I cannot help but worry. Would I be throwing away my only prospect of true love? This cannot be right, can it? So options are, I'm yours, Tamir, now and forever. Tamir might be my soulmate, and Tamir gains 30 opinion. There's a kiss lease for devotion. Does not become my soulmate, gains 30 opinion. I mean, I have a wife. Can she be a mistress? Is there anything wrong with her being a mistress? Can she be my soulmate and not be my wife? I mean, the idea of her becoming a soulmate is interesting. So let's try it. Let's just try it. Uh-oh. Crash. What? Where am I? What's going on? I peer into the darkness, my eyes adjusting. God, there's someone on my bedroom window. I scramble out of bed, reaching for the dagger on the nightstand. The intruder grabs my arm, tugs, and spins around, sinking the blade deep into her stomach. She looks at me with an endlessly long moment, her lips moving without sound, and she falls to the ground. Murchad, are you alright? By the window stands none other than Tamir, blade in hand, ready to defend me. I throw myself into her arms, and she holds me tight. Oh, my counselor has died. That might be fine. I could move. Yeah, I think it could be fine. Let's put him. Oh, counselor. He has a 10. It's not bad. There we go. Man, now he's a lot happier with me. You know, I know this is a little silly, but I have the urge to save now. Because everything seems to be going great. So here is Munster. It's twice as big under this king who I said wanted to expand a little bit. And this is about as much expansion as he could have dreamed of. As we are hitting now about 3 years into me controlling his reign. He has basically doubled the size of his kingdom. And now, let me see here. Let me just pause. This barony. I think this is the one where I could construct a holding. Let's see what this. Constructing a holding. Castle, very expensive. City, expensive. Temple, expensive. Everything's really expensive still. Spy master vassal. So my vassal is so a vassal handles. Is he handling this whole earldom? I mean, that seems like it's possible. Let me take a look at my little notes here. Serve as a liege. You can be both a vassal and a liege at the same time. Doesn't really tell me what I want to know. I think so. I think it's possible that he can be my vassal for all of Desmond, which is great. I'd be more happy. I just want to make sure that Munster, now that it is twice as big, is being properly taken care of. That I have as many people that are able to manage it as possible, so I'm not stretching my poor petty king too thin. But right now, everything seems to be going great. I noticed that both my half brothers are a lot happier with me now. Let me see what this is. To the amicable Petty King Murchad of Munster. I've been corresponding with your Chancellor, Earl Ragnvald, and must say that I've come to see you in a new light. Perhaps you're even someone that I one day would be proud to call my friend. Signed, Earl Dimet of Leinster. Leinster? Oh, yeah. Over here. This is his... Earldom of Leinster? Yeah, that's him. He is favorable. The spouse, not so much. Your silver tongue is shining today, Ragnvald. So Ragnvald is being super helpful. And everyone seems to be pretty happy with me currently. Was I working on... Am I swaying him still? Yeah, great. Right? Yes, so we're swaying him. We're trying to get this vassal, the Had Desmond, in which we have taken from him, on our side. Well, organized court. Every courtier gained 10 opinion of you. This happened despite your spouse's terrible stewardship skill. Okay, well, ends justify the means. That's... I can live with that. Okay, well, let's take a little pause here. I'm curious, are we still... Is this still, Oh, William the Conqueror took care of this. I don't know when that happened, but good for him. William the Conqueror has a Kingdom of England, and he is someone I am having no interest to fuck with at any time. It would be great to see some kids coming out at some point here, since we did have the 3 marriages happening virtually at the same time. What issues do we have here? Oh, let me see. I can change Earl Murdoch's contract. You can modify a contract. As you have a hook on your feudal vassal, you can spend it to modify their Oh yeah, I saw this. I saw this in the little training thing that I watched before I started playing. So I can change this, and let me see. Feudal taxes. Taxes are the most important one. So I would say what I want to do is I want to raise the taxes. This is seen as an act of tyranny, causing your subject to lose 20 opinion on you. However, if I use a hook, it removes that, because the hook is basically my way of telling the Earl, listen, we're going to raise the taxes. You're going to have to tell the people it's fine, because I have this piece of information on you. And so let's go ahead and do that. Let's get some more. There we go. Great. So we used the hook on Earl, and that was just for returning his shitty little friend. Instead of taking the 10 gold, then I used the hook in order to raise the taxes I get from the duchy that he handles, the duchy or barony of Desmond. I'm sure in the long run that's going to be far more fruitful than the 10 gold I could have gotten up front, so that is also great. And we're still, yeah, he's a little bit upset now. He's down to 24, but we're already in the process of trying to sway him again. The Leinster guy here seemed like you want to be my pal. I wonder if I can try to... I know I've seen people go to the banquets. I wonder if I can have a banquet for him. No, I'm not really interested in those options. So yeah, we got Munster going on here. Again, we are 3 years into the reign of our petty king. The son is married and hopefully at some point is going to be having kids. I don't know why there's that boat there. Oh, that might have been Vikings. Now that makes me a little anxious. Let's see what we have. Monthly maintenance. Unraised men at arms. Okay. Unraised. So I think I'm getting like a 0.01 back because my men at arms are not being currently raised. Unraised maintenance. Yeah. How are these knights doing? So we're allowing all of them to be knights. Who are you? Who are you? You're a guest. You're a follower. You have some diplomacy. What can I do with you? Against 50. Yes, let's recruit to court. Recruit to court. He's a courtier now. He's a lot happier. I don't know who he is. I'm not exactly sure if what I did really helped anything, but it seemed like it was a good benefit for both parties involved with me not having to do anything in addition. So that's just fine too. And we're kind of creeping up a little bit closer here in the down here as far as swaying that Earl. 80 gold. Boy, I just have this huge urge to try to spend money on something. And I think it wants me to try to declare war. Expand around. Where is this? Yeah, it's way up here. 305. There's the inferior. I don't know about that. I would rather so let's get rid of this one. If I'm going to take over Elech, I'm going to wait until I move my way up there. I'm not going to circle around. I don't feel like that's a big benefit to me. But this one, how about Altheon? I have 400. They're vastly inferior. They seem like that they are. Well, they're fearless atheists. You know what? This Altheon, let me have you fabricate a claim on Altheon. 2 years left. Cool. That works. Pause that. Okay, so now we got autosave. Yeah. Great. Recruit a guest of the court. I could probably speed up time, but I'm also very comfortable with what's going on right now, to be honest. Let's pause here. What's going on here? What can I do anything for them? Upgrade. No. I'm doing it. Let's see. This. Can I upgrade the cancel? 5 years. For a month. Okay. My big thing is the fact that this is empty. This barony is empty. I kind of want to construct a holding. 417. Yeah. Dang. Okay. Alright, let's just keep this cruising along here and see if anything pops up on the screen any moment. By the way, my Petty King stress level is doing just fine, thanks. I keep seeing the Vikings kind of circling around. Makes me a little bit anxious, but maybe they notice the size of my Petty Kingdom now and realize it's not worth the effort. Is it still referred to as a Petty Kingdom? Petty King, yeah. Yeah, maybe they realize it's not worth the effort. So who knows? So we're about done here with the. All right, he's swayed. Earl Murchad gained 25 opinion of you, and I can continue my efforts. Oh, I wonder if it just keeps going. Typical 13 months here. Yeah, let's keep that rolling. I feel okay with that. You know what? Okay, so who's the vassal here? Oh, that's me. I'm the earldom of Thaman is what I'm controlling personally. This one is Ragwald. Can I get a hook on him? Tiles. Well, he's Catholic. We're fine with that. I don't think there's much I can do just yet. Alliance expired. You no longer have an alliance with Infante because he's no longer a ruler. Oh! Oh, Aragon has fallen. That's, isn't that the brother of... That's the brother of my son. Yeah, her brother, I think is he deceased? Can I tell? Unmarried. What's happened with him? I think he is just booted. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, before I was interrupted there, you see, based on the time here, that I might want to call this video a day. So very busy episode. I mean, we got our Petty King married, both his half brothers got married. We took over Desmond, which was a lot easier than I had imagined it would be. And we have gone a long ways of the previous ruler of Desmond, Earl Murchad. Not only is he in our council, and not only is he our vassal, but now he is kind of our friend, and that's awesome. You know, I like all the little intricate things that are happening here. So our petty king, um, Murchad had his only goal of his reign is to expand slightly, and we have done that now. We are now looking into Althone, as you can see here. We're looking to create a claim towards that. It is not a very strong county, so that is something that if we can get that claim, it should be fairly easy for us to take it over. I'm thinking that we can kind of circle around here, maybe get this whole area. I'm not sure about our friends here in... Oh, that's all. They're all done with Dublin, yeah. I think they're trying to be our friends, but we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, but for at this point, this video is at an end, just like that.